Whistleblowers are speaking out about a shocking lack of security at former President Donald Trump's recent rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. These individuals, claiming to have direct knowledge of the situation, have raised serious concerns about the safety protocols in place. Senator Josh Hawley, a Republican from Missouri, has taken action, sending a strongly worded letter to Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. In his letter, Hawley outlines a series of disturbing security lapses that allegedly occurred during the event. The whistleblowers describe a concerning lack of preparation and a disregard for standard security procedures. One of the most alarming claims is the absence of detection canines. These dogs, trained to detect explosives and other threats, are routinely used at large gatherings to ensure public safety. Adding to the concern, the whistleblowers allege that unauthorized individuals were granted access to restricted backstage areas. These alleged breaches expose a concerning disregard for basic security protocols designed to protect public figures and the public alike. The lack of a properly enforced buffer zone around the podium is another significant concern highlighted by the whistleblowers. This designated area is crucial for maintaining a safe distance between the speaker and the crowd, mitigating potential threats. The whistleblowers' claims suggest that this essential security measure was not effectively implemented, potentially endangering both Trump and the rally attendees. Perhaps the most shocking revelation from the whistleblowers concerns the composition of the security detail assigned to protect former President Trump. They allege that the majority of the detail was not comprised of trained U.S. Secret Service agents, as is standard protocol. Instead, the personnel were reportedly drawn from the Department of Homeland Security's Investigations Division, or HSI. This substitution is particularly concerning because HSI agents typically do not receive the specialized training required for close protection duties. The whistleblowers claim that the HSI agents deployed to the rally lacked familiarity with standard Secret Service protocols and procedures for such events. This lack of experience and specialized training had disastrous consequences, jeopardizing the safety of the former president and others present. The decision to staff the security detail with HSI agents instead of experienced Secret Service personnel raises serious questions about the judgment and decision-making of those responsible for the rally's security arrangements. This is deeply troubling and demands a full explanation, stated Senator Hawley in his letter. The safety of a former president should never be compromised, and relying on personnel without the necessary training and experience is simply unacceptable. The revelations of these security lapses have sparked outrage and frustration among lawmakers, particularly Republicans. Senator Ron Johnson, a Republican from Wisconsin, expressed his strong dissatisfaction with a recent Secret Service briefing on the incident. Johnson described the briefing as largely irrelevant, claiming it provided virtually no information and limited opportunities for senators to ask critical questions. Senator Hawley echoed Johnson's frustration, accusing the DHS of stonewalling congressional inquiries into the security failures at the Trump rally. He criticized the department for abruptly ending a call with the Secret Service before most senators had a chance to pose their questions. This lack of transparency and accountability has only fueled concerns among lawmakers about the DHS's handling of the situation and their commitment to addressing the alleged failures. The American people deserve answers, declared Senator Hawley. We need a full and transparent investigation into what transpired at that rally and why these security failures were allowed to happen. The DHS must be held accountable for any negligence that put lives at risk. Senator Hawley's letter to Secretary Mayorkas goes beyond simply expressing concern. It lays out a series of pointed questions demanding specific answers from the DHS regarding the security arrangements at the Trump rally. These questions seek clarification on several critical points, including the exact ratio of Secret Service agents to HSI agents present at the event, the nature and extent of pre-rally security investigations conducted, and the specific justifications for any deviations from standard security protocols. Hawley's letter also demands a detailed explanation of the decision-making process that led to the deployment of HSI agents for close protection duties, despite their lack of specialized training. The senators' pointed inquiries reflect a broader effort by lawmakers to hold the DHS accountable for the alleged failures and ensure that concrete steps are taken to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. The security lapses at the Trump rally underscore a critical need for greater transparency and accountability within the DHS. Lawmakers are demanding a thorough and impartial investigation into the incident, one that leaves no stone unturned. They are also urging the department to implement necessary reforms to enhance security protocols and ensure the safety of both public figures and attendees at future events. The revelations from the whistleblowers should serve as a wake-up call. The security of public gatherings, especially those involving high-profile individuals, should never be treated lightly. It is imperative that lessons are learned from this incident to prevent similar lapses in the future. The safety and security of our nation depend on it.
You were talking to me about that rally as well. Tell me the message you wanted me to understand, because there was something different about that rally versus this rally that you noticed.
Yeah, my daughter and I went, I guess it was 4 years ago, at the Butler airport, not even 5 miles from here. It was an awe-inspiring event. We were just like, wow. But the one thing we noticed, we walked in there, and her and I, we're close. And the one thing we noticed that the airport has a lot of hangars, buildings kind of like this, but they hold planes. Every rooftop of every hangar had 3, 4, 5 guys on top of it with
When
guns.
you say guys, snipers? Law enforcement with long guns on top?
Long guns,
okay.
yes, and even some of them in the sniper position, just scanning everywhere. And my daughter turned to me.
To the point where you got there, you noticed them right away?
Immediately. It was the first thing she said to me. She goes, "Oh my gosh, Dad, look at this." She goes, "I never felt so safe in my life." Those were her exact words.
This is 4 years ago in the rally by the airport.
Correct.
The other airport.
Right.
Okay.
So she didn't come with me this time because she's eight months pregnant, and the heat and everything else, but she really wanted to. So that was so much on our minds there that we talked about it for, I don't know, we just talked about it. We were like so awe-inspired by the, wow. First thing I did when I got here yesterday was I did a complete look around at every rooftop. And I said to myself, that's strange. I don't see one cop, sniper, nothing. I don't see anything. And I just thought, that was kind of weird.
And at what time is this when you're sort of looking around trying to see what you saw 4 years ago?
It's probably about, 4 years ago, we noticed it.
Today, or yesterday. What time was that when you started looking?
Probably about 2 hours before he came on stage.
Okay.
But I didn't stop looking because it's something that was in my mind because it was so noticeable back then, but it was also just as noticeable not being that way.
Thank you for watching till the end. Stand up for free speech and help protect the free exchange of ideas online. Please like and subscribe to help us reach more viewers.